It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. 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 a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's 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 a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
All right. Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to the Alpha Ice Complex here in Harmer Township, Pennsylvania. It is a PIHL Division II matchup. Oh, it's going to be a fun one between the Neshannock Lancers and the Deer Lakes Lancers. Hello, my name is Brian Mitchell. Thank you for joining me up off between the Turnpike and 28. We're going to start with the visiting Neshannock Lancers, wearing the gray with the red and white trim, white lettering, led by head coach Mark Moltari. 8-1 on the season. The Lancers have number 3, Nolan Wilson, starting in goal this evening. Number 5, Grant Hennon. Number 6, Butch Burgess. Number 10, Hayden Seyfert. Number 11, Reese Fury. I did this practice in the pregame, and I unfortunately was unable to follow through today. I'll get better throughout the game. Ryan Hazy will be wearing number 17. Jacob Gruber will be wearing 18. Number 28 will be Tatterson Hayden. Number 31 will be Trip Johns backing up this evening. Number 37, Shane Johns. Number 45, Travis Cavelli. Number 48, Owen O'Donovan. Number 57, Sean McGraw. Number 61, Chris Johns. Number 62, Asher Sumner. Number 65, Sam Hemming. Number 74 is Jackson Lohr. Number 84, Bryce Fisher. Number 85, Lincoln Sirocco. And number 94 will be Marco Relic. 8-1 on the season in the Neshannock Lancers. They're coming off of a win over Connellsville at Hess on the 17th of November. It's been a little bit of a layoff for Mr. Moltari's squad. Geez, this is going to be a rough night, isn't it, guys? Coming to the opposite side, led by head coach John Merlo. It's the Deer Lakes Lancers, 6-3-1 on the year. They're 4th in the gold division. It'll be number 9, Joey Besenya. Number 11 will be Emily Bieneman. Number 21, the captain, Mason Cervoni. Number 23, Max Redinger. Number 29, Luciano Porco, backing up this evening. Starting in goal, number 31, Keaton Minnick. The alternate captain, number 40, Charlie Stefanik. Number 48 will be Ryan Pefferly. Number 52 will be Jaden Eisman. Number 58 will be Dylan Pefferly. And number 59 will be Logan McWilliams. This year on the season, Deer Lakes a little bit beat up over the last couple games. A little shorthanded now, a couple players playing out. But overall, in a comfortable position in that gold division. So it'll be a fun game coming up here from Alpha. I'm Mitch. This is Berg Hockey Night, Berg Hockey Live on 10 Band TV and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. Join along. We'll be back momentarily with the opening faceoff. Of course, we have Mon Valley live at Ice Castle this evening for a couple contests. They are also on 10 Band this evening. North Catholic is home this evening on their own sports network. And you'll hear the angelic voice of Matt Popchalk at 8:30 for Peters Township Hockey. But here, it's Deer Lakes and Neshannock from the Alpha Ice Complex. They're just winding down on the warm-ups. Deer Lakes coming off of a loss on Monday to Morgantown, 10-3. They have Ringgold and Trinity on the road to end their 2025 portion of the season. On the opposite side, Neshannock, of course, winners over Connellsville, had shut out Ringgold on the 13th prior to that. Their next two, they'll play Wilmington at home and Ringgold at home on the 15th and 22nd. Both of those games will be on the Lawrence County Sports Network. It's a rough night for me. I apologize, everybody. We're going to get back to it when we need to. But for this one, we're ready to roll. Steer Lakes in the white with green and gold trim. Opposite side, once again, Neshannock gray with the white lettering and red trim. Both these teams vying for another PIHL postseason in D2. Neshannock, a mainstay in the top four the last couple years. Deer Lakes touching here and there, trying to rebuild. Very young squad this year are the Lancers, the opposite side. Neshannock saying they're really well-rounded this year. They don't have that offensive stalwart that they usually had, but they're a well-rounded team. As said by head coach Maltari, it's going to be won by the Lancers. They're going to throw this one forward. Bieneman will just watch this one go over. Redinger gets tipped around, and Johns will carry it into the zone. Johns actually get muscled off. It's going to be dumped into the near corner. Picked up by Neshannock. Neshannock will throw this one around, and Deer Lakes will pick it off. Through carried out by Cervoni. He'll just dump this one in on the cage and held on to by Nolan Wilson. And we'll have a face-off come to the right of the Neshannock net. And Neshannock saying that they're really happy. Mark Multori saying he's really happy with his goaltending and defense this year. Trip Johns coming back, and he, of course, Nolan Wilson, another senior, has a shutout on the year for Neshannock. But very, very deep in goaltending this year are the Lancers, and the defense has stood up very well. He's just looking for that big offensive output possibly, but he's happy with the rounded nature of the squad. Behind a cage, Deer Lakes watches get dumped on the back, and it'll go back to the point across for Fisher. Fisher shot through traffic, and it will be stopped by Minnick, and he'll hold on to it. 16:08 remaining in the first. We'll have a face-off coming up to the left of the junior netminder Minnick. Minnick, 4-3 on the season, a .513 goals against average, is an .842 save percentage. Saw the lion's share of the action this year. Porco, the backup, 2-0 on the year, the freshman coming back out. Fury will let this one go back in. Cervoni will pass this one out, and Pefferly will dump this in behind the cage. That'll be picked up by Travis Cavelli, and he'll dump this one back out. Out it comes for Dylan Pefferly. Pefferly inside the circles, throws this one through. It's going to be picked up by Grant Hennon. He'll throw one on the cage. It'll go on, and Minnick will glove it down and hold on to it with 15:38 remaining in the first frame. Another faceoff coming up. On the opposite side, Deer Lakes, very young this year. A lot of freshmen in the lineup for John Merlot. Says this is a very exciting learning process, especially for some of the younger players with a couple of the injuries that they have and the players playing travel hockey. Battled around behind by Bisegna. Up to the point, it'll be tipped down by Cavelli, and he'll hold on to it at the point. That'll come back around. Fury will get knocked down. Eisman has to watch this one get dumped back in behind the cage. Bisegna throws this one back out to center where Johns will collect it. Johns goes to the top of the circle, shot through, be blocked. Long shot goes up high over Minnick behind the cage. Pefferly, a little bit of pressure there on Hennon. It'll come back out to the point. Cavelli will dump it back in. Picked up by the Lancers, but Johns will throw this one on the cage. I got to remember not to say Lancers here. Back down. Bisegna will throw this one down and picked up by Lohr. Jackson Lohr throws one out to Tatterson. Tatterson's shot will be saved. And Minnick with a couple saves here early, carrying it out of the zone for Deer Lakes is Jaden Eisman. It'll be dumped back in, and in comes Lohr. Lohr, shot. Minnick with the save. It goes back out. Zegna will dump this one along the half wall. That'll be picked up by Hazy. Hazy will watch this one go back out to the point for O'Donovan, and they'll dump this one back in behind Keaton Minnick, and we're going to have an icing call here. 14:22 remaining in the first frame. Face-off coming all the way back down to the right of Nolan Wilson. Wilson, the senior, 2-1, a 302 goals against average, and 841 save percentage. He has a shutout on the season. Cervoni will step in with Hayden Seifert. It'll go back around to the half wall. Shot on. Oh, that one going off the outside of the post and goes back into the half wall. It'll be picked up by McGray. Dump back in. Besegna will chase this one back down into his own zone. He'll throw this one cross Pefferly. Pefferly watches as it's picked up by Neshannock. Sumner throws one to be blocked by Cervoni. Back out. And Cervoni backhands this one across. The Lancers trying to get into the zone. Stefanik carries it through. It's around a couple defenders. Drives behind the cage. Throws one in front. Has Pefferly. Pefferly shoots one. Look for the tip in front. Rebound Stefanik. Save made by Wilson. Comes back up to the point. Pefferly tips one around. Bounces back to the Deer Lakes. Deer Lakes will bounce this one on cage, and it'll be saved by Wilson again. Deer Lakes was a little bit ahead of steam. But that will be picked up by O'Donovan and cleared out, but not past the Deer Lakes defense. Pefferly has to drop back as Sumner brings it in. Sumner's shot saved by Minnick. Rebound, this goes to Stefanik. He just passes this one back out where it's going to be Sirocco. Sirocco coming across center, across the blue line. Into the zone, shot save made by Minnick, and he'll hold on to it. 13:01 remaining in the first frame. Scoreless here between the Lancers and the Lancers here at Alpha Ice Complex. Back out. It'll be shot on by Sirocco, and it'll go off of Minnick and out of play. 12:57 remaining. We'll have another face-off to the right of the junior netminder. Let's go back to the point. It'll be one across, and Deer Lakes will have to battle along the half wall to get to it. That's going to be Butch Burgess throwing one through. Back down, Shane Johns behind the cage. Gets a little bit of a muscle off by Besegna. Burgess. Pefferly in front of it. It was looking for a tip in front. And unable to finish it with Sirocco. Back around it goes. Neshannock watches it gets bounced in the air. Johns through the slot. Sirocco's shot goes on Minnick, and he'll glove it down out of midair. And at 12:20 remaining, we'll have another face-off. Deer Lakes holding on from these early pressures from Neshannock. Only running with two full lines tonight. Back around, head and shot. Rebound comes on. Minnick save. It'll go back out around. That's going to be Redinger. Our time with Cervoni. Back. Redinger will just tip this one out and the length. No ice. Oh, they are going to call icing on the play. 12:02 remaining. We'll have another face-off down low. Face-off one by Neshannock. Deer Lakes will regroup, collect it. It'll go back out to the point. Johns will keep it in. Chris Johns with a nice little keep in, but has to watch it on the second effort go the length again. 11:51 remaining. Line changes early and often for the Deer Lakes side. Cervoni will try to win it forward, but it's going to go straight to a Neshannock player. That's Fury. And that will bounce off a defender and go out of the zone where Relic collects it, sends it across for Cavelli. Passes it in, but Deer Lakes picks it off in the center. A big hit at center, but Savoni picks up the puck. His shot, it was just wide, but Nolan Wilson with a good glove save to make sure that the puck doesn't go all the way to the far wall. With 11:27 remaining, we'll have another face-off inside in the Neshannock zone this time. So we one up, McWilliams watches it for Eisman. Eisman will throw this one into the far corner. He picked up by Stefanik. He throws one off of a defender and goes back around, and carrying it out is Hazy. Hazy on the backhand throws one deep. Lohr will chase it down. McWilliams try to get there first. It does bounce on the cage, and Minnick will make another grab for this one. 11:02 remaining. Hazy steps in with Eisenman, and then that one comes out of the zone. O'Donovan back into his own area of the blue line, passes it across for Sumner. He is tipped back out by Stefanik, but Sumner does regroup, collects the puck, gets around a defender, one defender, but Bisegna has it kept in by Neshannock, thrown on. Bisegna in the far corner, watches as Hazy gets that one back to the point. It'll bounce around and it goes in the cage on a couple bounces. 1-0, Neshannock leads. Bounces through traffic in front. Patterson. Hayden Tatterson looks to be your goal scorer. I'll get an official call on that one. But Hayden Tatterson gets the last stick on it, and it's 1-0 Neshannock. Behind the cage, Sirocco will dump this one up to the half wall, and it won't go all the way out. Kept in by McWilliams. Back behind, Bryce Fisher. Watches a couple of the players go through. Hazy comes out of the zone with the head of steam. Gets around a couple defenders, comes in on Minnick. Puts a backhand on, leg save by Minnick. It comes back down. Net comes off its moorings. 10:03 remaining. We'll have another face-off. Hayden Seifert steps in with Mason Cervoni, and it'll be won by Seifert. Behind, thrown in front. Sirocco will collect it on the half wall. He skates down. They regroup back around. Shot by McGraw. Doesn't go behind. He'll regroup on his own rebound. Back behind. Cervoni will pick it with a head of steam. Gets around a couple defenders. Hits it in, just dumps it in behind, chases it himself. Gets there first, throws one in front. Oh, had Bieneman in front. Back up to the point, Pefferly. Throws one down, and that one comes out. Cervoni on the backhand, just throws it back in. 3 gray shirts will collect it. It'll be dumped in off the front of the cage. It did say it went. Calling too many players on the ice for Deer Lakes. A power play coming up for Neshannock. Face-off coming in to the right. Neshannock heads to the power play. Those Lancers, 19.2% conversion on the year. On the opposite side, 82.6 of a kill rate for Deer Lakes. That cross goes, that's going to be a goal. It goes in off of a skate. And in around Minnick, it's 2-0. Looking like Lincoln Sirocco with the goal. It's his first of the season. 2-0. Neshannock. Face-off one back by Neshannock. Johns across. Right up by Cavelli. Neshannock carries it in. It'll be dumped back up to the point, but kept in. Johns with the shot. Minnick loses his stick in the process. Wasn't ready for that one. Johns watches the puck comes back out. Stefanik tries to throw one up for Eisenman, but it doesn't go past the defender. Burgess comes around. Burgess. Spezegna will dump this one back in, but not out. Johns in the corner. He'll go back out. Neshannock throws one through, and Minnick goes down, and the puck sits around, but it was loose. And it is another goal for Neshannock. 3-0. Jacob Gruber, his 8th of the season. 8:18 remaining in the first. Neshannock 3, Deer Lakes nothing. Hennon and Cervoni will dump in the circle to be won forward by Cervoni, but O'Donovan will collect it behind the cage. Bring it out. Send it out past a couple defenders. Bieneman dumps one through, gets hit in front of the benches. Back out. Pefferly loses it to Hennon. Hennon into the zone. Comes in on the backhand, scores. 4-0. Hennon with the backhand shot. Face-off coming up. Cervoni and Hennon. That'll be Hennon's 4th of the season, Grant Hennon. Back up. Sumner will dump this in behind the cage. Minnick leaves this one behind for McWilliams. He's muscled off. Neshannock throws in front for Relic. Relic's shot goes on Minnick. He'll hold on to it with 7:36 remaining in the first frame. Face-off coming to the right of Minnick. Hazy will step in with Cervone. Tatterson throws one in behind the cage. Lore up around for Tatterson, who backhands one to the point. Goes underneath Bieneman's stick, but stays in temporarily. Cervone has to collect it with Fisher. Comes back across. That'll be brought back in by Neshannock. That'll be dumped on the cage. Cervone behind. Visegna. Up along the half wall. Eisenman. Up with Lauren. We have ourselves a penalty. An elbowing call coming up. And that's going to be on Hayden Tatterson. And Deer Lakes heads to the advantage. 7:04 remaining in the first frame. Deer Lakes on the season, a 16.1% power play conversion. Right? The opposite side, Neshannock, 90% of a kill rate. Cervoni will step in with Hemming, and that's going to be cleared all the way down. Minnick out to play it. McWilliams battles, and McGraw will collect a look for the wraparound, and it'll be saved by Minnick. Another face-off coming up to the right. Shots are 16-4 in favor of Neshannock. Referees fixing the net. Neshannock wins the face-off. McGraw couldn't finish up the play. That'll be dumped around to Cervoni. He'll pick up the puck. Throws one through for Eisenman. He gets hit by Johns in the neutral zone. Hemming coming down. That's going to be a penalty coming up. Interference is the call. 6:37 remaining here in the first frame. Johns heads off for interference. Face-off coming back down. 5-on-3 for 134. for the Lancers in green. They're going to call a face-off out of the zone. John Merlot having a couple questions with the official. He'll go back to the bench, and face-off be won back by Deer Lakes. 5-on-3. Coming across. Carrying it out. Stefanik into the zone. Drops it back. Redinger back for Stefanik. Goes around to Eisenman. Eisenman can't get to it. It comes back out. Picked up by McWilliams. Logan McWilliams bounces one across. Out to Cervoni. Mason Cervoni into the offensive zone. Back for McWilliams. Cervoni. It'll be shot on by Redinger. Comes across. Back down. Sumner behind the cage. Bounces one around. 45 seconds remaining in the two-man. Stefanik throws one across. Looking for Cervoni, but it's going to go back out. Bezegna will dump this one down to the half wall, but it'll be picked up by Neshannock and cleared to length. 5:40 to go in the first period. 33 seconds to go in the first minor. Joey Bezegna will carry this one up. Throws one out for Mason Cervoni. Cervoni in the offensive zone. Gets around a couple defenders. Goes in deep into the near corner. Switches with Eisenman. Cervoni drops one back. Bezegna. Down to Stefanik, but that'll be backhanded across and it'll be picked up coming the other way with a head of steam of Sirocco. Sirocco gets around a defender. Sirocco comes in, looks for the long play. It's going to go on Minnick. Minnick will make the save, knock off the net. 2 seconds remaining in a 5-on-3. We'll have a face-off to the left of Keaton Minnick. John steps in with Cervoni. We won back to the point. Cleared up. Bezegna for Stefanik. 23 seconds remaining on the second minor. Bieneman gets muscled off of that puck, and it's going to be cleared back out. Pefferly chases this one in, looks for the backhand. Johns tries to throw a backhand through. It's going to go off the back of the cage. Shane Johns wheeling and dealing behind. 2 seconds remaining in the advantage. Comes back out. Penalty has expired. 4-0 Neshannock leads. Just killed off a 5-on-3. Burgess behind the cage. As Gruber goes up to Gruber in the near corner. Gruber chases it down behind the cage. It bounces off the outside of the net. Picked up by Bezegna. He'll dump this one around. And dumped back in by Neshannock. Johns looking for the one-timer. Could not finish it up. The Lancers, Bezegna, having a hard time getting around the Neshannock defense. Cervone can't get to it. It's going to come back out. And Bieneman has to watch this one get past Bezegna. And Cervone will play it with a high stick. It'll be waved off. Fisher back into the zone. Back down behind Minnick. Stops it. Burgess waits, throws one around into the near corner. They picked up by Neshannock. Fury in the near corner. It'll come back out. Shot on. Big save by Minnick. Rebound comes on. No battle in front. It'll come loose, and it'll be Fury with the goal. Bounce right back out to him. Minnick is down temporarily. 5-0's your score. Keaton Minnick slow to get up. But Reese Fury with his 5th of the year. 3:31 remaining in the first. Back around Relic, brings it into the zone, gets around McWilliams. Throws it through, looks for the tip in front, it'll go back into the near corner. Neshannock trying to throw it up to Sumner. It'll bounce off a defender. Stefanik watches it go past him. Oh, wait. Throws one cross crease. I'll go up across the glove of Minnick into the near corner. Sumner dumps this one down. Fury. Waits, throws one all the way through. Relic with a shot. Minnick with the save. With a save there. 2:54 remaining. We'll have a face-off to the left of the Deer Lakes netminder. Hazy steps in with Cervone. We one into the near corner. Lore throws one through. It bounces through everybody. They dump back on by Hazy. Rebound comes on. Tatterson trying to throw one through everybody. That's going to go once again on the cage that keeps coming off of its moorings. 2:39 remaining in the first. Face-off's cleared out past Fisher. He'll chase this one back into his own zone. Wilson leaves it for Fisher. Bryce Fisher throws one up for Lore. Lore watches one come off of a defender. Back to Fisher. Fisher's shot on Minnick. He'll hold on to it. 2:18 remaining in the first frame. 5-0 Neshannock leading. Hayden Tatterson, Lincoln Sirocco, Jacob Gruber, Grant Hennon, and Reese Fury, the goals for Neshannock so far. Face off one and cleared out. Regroup, Cervone in his own zone. Back Sirocco. They cleared up, and Lore takes it in front of the penalty boxes, tries to get it around Bezenia. The regroup, Hazy. Back up, it'll be shot on into the near corner. Cervone throws one up, around, it'll bounce off a skate and goes into the zone. No icing on the play. Hazy will chase it down with 1:30 remaining in the frame. Lore throws one through. Backhand out by Tatterson. McWilliams out to the point for Cavelli. Cross for Johns. Back out to McWilliams. Comes down for Pefferly, and Johns will just pass this one through. They'll play hot potato in the neutral zone. Rettinger across. Back for Chris Johns. Out for Cavelli. That'll be bounced back in on the backhand by Sam Hemming. Johns shot in off the outside of the cage. Stumped around, picked up, and McGraw will collect. McGraw throws one for the tip and Frisk. Nice save by Minnick on a tip by Johns. Back to Johns. Through traffic, it's going to be blocked, and 40.5 seconds remaining. That comes off again. Shot on by Johns goes off the cage and back behind. Minnick collects it. It'll bounce around. 36.1 seconds remaining. Seifert goes around to Johns. It'll be tipped back out and cleared. Eisenman will chase it down. Stefanik gets to it. Throws one up high on Wilson. High to Pefferly. Ryan Pefferly loses the puck. And out of the zone comes Sam Hemming. 14 seconds remaining in the frame. Go back down. Big hit in front. Rebound comes on. Minnick with the save. Goes back in the corner. 5 seconds remaining. This will be dumped out by Stefanik. And Cavelli will just hold it, and that's the end of the first frame with the score. The Neshannock Lancers 5, the Deer Lakes Lancers 0. We'll be back momentarily with your second period here at the Alpha Ice Complex.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Back here with your second frame at the Alpha Ice Complex. Thank you for joining me. My name is Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night here on 10-Band TV and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. Neshannock and Deer Lakes. The only time these two teams will face off this season. Deer Lakes having a rash of injuries recently. A couple players playing travel hockey. Neshannock out to a 5-0 lead. Out it goes. Redinger watches this one come back in. Sirocco. Back for Gruber. He'll try to backhand this one through. Johns watches this one go into the neutral zone. Gruber will collect it. Gruber watches one through the backhand. It'll be picked up and tipped around. Burgess can't get to the puck. Comes back out to the point and carried out by Charlie Stefanik. Stefanik has Redinger to his right. Back down it goes. Fisher around, looking for Johns. Johns throws one on the backhand, up past, and he'll carry it in off of a defender. He'll shoot it, it'll just go wide of the cage on the save by Minnick. And Stefanik's going to head off for a high stick. 16:08 remaining, and Neshannock hits back to the power play. Face-off will come to the left of Keaton Minnick. High sticking the call on Stefanik. Back out, Sirocco up to the point. That'll be picked up by Cavelli. He'll go down looking for Gruber. That comes around and it goes past everybody and back in to Wilson, who leaves it for Cavelli. A little bit of pressure from Eisenman. And out comes Grant Hennon. Head of steam along the far wall. Hennon tries one back. Gruber tries to take the shot but loses the puck. He'll just be picked up by Deer Lakes and dumped back down. Wilson for Sirocco. Waits behind, picked up by the Neshannock forward Relic. Relic into the zone, gets around a defender. Relic looks for to set up the offense behind the cage, goes back out. Cavelli. Cavelli throws one down, finds McWilliams, who just dumps one up that takes an alpha bounce off of the boards and cleared out. There's a little bit of a gap for a door behind that cage. I believe that's what that hit. Goes back into the near corner. Each rink has its own little intricacies that you got to learn. Alpha has a door directly behind the net to our left for emergency purposes. I believe that's where that puck got cleared off of, and this one goes down for icing. Face-off coming back down into the Neshannock zone. 36 seconds remaining on the power play. Back around, picked up by Johns. Chris Johns. It's up along the half wall, all the way up. Picked up by Asher Sumner. He'll bring it back for John. Sorry. Again, it'll be Lohr. Jackson Lohr on the backhand. Nice pass to get to Hazy. Hazy with the shot saved by Minnick. Comes back up to the point. Johns back for Hazy. It's around a couple defenders. Hazy with 2 seconds remaining in the power play. This one will expire back to Hazy to Johns. Johns slapper looks for the tip in front by Lohr. On the half wall. Butch Burgess in the near corner. Throws one on, saved by Minnick, goes over to Hazy. Hazy for the backhand to Johns. Chris Johns' shot will be tipped in front. Rebound goes on Minnick. Minnick falls on it, holds on to it, and 13:48 remaining. We'll have another face-off to the left of the Deer Lakes cage. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard at your second intermission. Talk about games going on outside of our little realm. Back out to the point. Fisher's shot will go wide of the cage. We'll come back down. Sirocco up for Relic. They'll battle in the near corner. It'll go back behind. Picked up and dumped around. Sirocco will take it at the top of the start. Back around. Relic's shot. Oh, gets past Hennon. He couldn't put a stick on that. They'll regroup behind. Relic behind. Throws one up to the slot. They'll tipped around. Relic trying to keep it in, but does come out. He'll wait and throw one back to Fisher. Fisher loses the puck to Eisman. Back around. Sirocco. Out it goes, and this will go to look for the home run past the Relic, but that's going to be icing. 12:58 remaining in the second frame. Home run pass was there. It was just about 6 inches in front of his stick. He had the defenders beat. Face off to the right of Wilson. One over picked up by Lohr. Misegna will pressure him along the wall. Lohr. It's muscled off by Misegna. Throws in front. Picked up. Sumner's shot. Blocked. Deer Lakes will take the puck. It's bounced it off a defender. We have a broken stick on the ice. That'll be Sumner's stick. Back around Hazy. Hazy. Shot. Save made. Minnick. Tatterson. Waits. Throws one around. Looking for Hazy. Misegna and Hazy will battle in the far corner. It'll come back out. A little help from Lohr, but Cervoni will carry it out a little bit ahead of steam. Donovan in front of him. Sumner. Wait, throws one on the backhand. Cervoni behind. Throws one in front. Nobody home. McWilliams will take it at the pack point, but it's going to be picked up by Neshannock and out past the stick of Lohr. It's an icing call. Hits a broken stick on the ice. No icing. Hit the stick and broke, but it does end up being an offside in all that play. 11:57 in the second. We'll have another face-off outside the zone. There aren't many times that I've seen an icing get broken up by a broken stick. That's a bad beat right there. Face-off will be at center ice. 11:56. Big hit in front. Neshannock will throw this one out for Hemming. Hemming into the zone, throws one past Minnick around McGrath. Tipped around for Henning, couldn't put a stick on it. Picked up by the Lancers and dumped up. Bieneman will try to chase it down, but Johns will get there first. Johns across for Cavelli. Cavelli in the near corner. Passes one out, Seifert. Throws one across for Johns. They'll regroup. And out, McGraw will chase this one down, but it's going to be icing. 11:21 remaining in the frame. Shots are 27-5 in favor of Neshannock. 5-0 your score. Carrying it out was McGraw. Then back around. Johns, a little bit of pressure on Redinger. They'll come back out. Stefanik and Cervone will carry it in. Stefanik loses the puck to Johns. He waits, has Cervone in front of him. It'll be dumped back out, and McGraw will watch it go past for Peffler. Deer Lakes trying to get it out. Stefanik as Hemming gets around. One defender throws one on. Minnick will play it with his glove down. Cervone will tip it back out, and Fisher will have to regroup in his own zone. 10:30 remaining in the second frame. Peffler will tip this one up past Gruber. Burgess over for Gruber. Gruber into the zone. Gruber gets around a defender. Gruber all alone. Shot over the Minnick. Rebound comes to center. It was Burgess throwing one on for Johns. Could not finish it off. And Redinger regroups, throws one across. Pefferly gets hit. Stefanik takes the puck and throws one on Wilson. That's a saved. Shane Johns battles for it, but it comes back out. And Saraceno. Sirocco will watch it go to Besegna, and it will be dumped in past Fisher. 9:48 remaining in the second frame. Look for the dump out, and goes the length. Another icing call on the Lancers. 9:39 remaining in the second. Face-off coming to the left of the Neshannock net. O'Donovan throws one around for Fury. Fury looking for Relic, but it's going to be tipped back out. Eisman. Eisman will throw this one through everybody, and Sumner will have to regroup back in his own corner. Up for Relic. It'll bounce off of a skate and headed into the zone. Hennon throws one around for Fury. Out O'Donovan. Back around. Minnick throws one up. Then it's Hennon. Fury skates around a couple defenders. Look for the tip in front. It's going to be Hennon throwing this one over the cage. Back out to the point. Sumner. This one down, picked up, and cleared out, but not all the way as O'Donovan's able to collect it and take it across. Sumner carries it back in. It was shot on by Relic. Goes wide and out to O'Donovan. Back down Relic. Shot on by Hennon goes in. It's 6-0. Hennon just low in front. Throws one low. That beats Minnick. 6-0 is your score. 8:34 remaining in the second. Face-off coming up at center. Redinger. This one go through, and that's going to be offside. 8:28 remaining in the frame. Face-off coming up directly to our right. One back to Tatterson. He'll throw this one across. And this one goes in behind the cage. Minnick just watches it hit the icing call with 8:20 remaining. AZ leaves one back. Cavelli over for Johns. Back to Cavelli. To Tatterson. Tatterson has to wait. Big play by Lohr to stay in. The big man got down in a split. He's going to get the puck, try to get around the defender, but stick there by Besegna. Cavelli's shot will be tipped in front by Lohr. It's back around, up to the point. Cavelli shot tried to be tipped down by Tatterson. Redinger on the half wall. Lohr battles with all of them. It goes back behind. Tatterson chases it in the near corner. Tatterson leaves it for Cavelli. Cavelli down the corner. Up to the slot. John's shot blocked. Rebound comes on. Hits the post. Comes back out. Back around. Hazy. Hazy shot tipped in front. Big save there. I think it was muscled off by Minnick. Hack down. Shot on tip. Goes wide. Minnick gets a stick back. Back up to Cavelli. Cavelli down for Tatterson. That's going to be picked up and dumped up to Cerrone. Back out Cavelli. Mason Cerrone will battle with Cavelli. Shot on, scores! The Max Redinger makes it 6-1. Face-off coming up at center. Eisman and Seifert will step in. It'll be won by Eisenman. 7 minutes remaining in the second frame. 6-1 is your score now. In, shot on by Seifert, goes off the glove of Minnick. Hack out it comes, and here past Bieneman, Saraceno will carry it in. Sirocco into the zone. Sirocco thrown across. Seifert had an opportunity, but passed it across. Hemming throws one through that goes in. Innocent play passed under the feet of Minnick. And it is 7-1. Is your score. Face-offs at center. Eisenman will step in with Seifert. So it'll come back McWilliams. Now Bieneman couldn't collect it, so it comes back out Fisher. Bieneman puts a little muscle into Fisher. They'll regroup, and back in they come. Neshannock. McGraw couldn't get to it. Seifert and McWilliams tie up. Fisher throws one, it backs off. Seifert will get to it, takes a shot on the cage, and it'll be saved by Minnick and held on to. .603 remaining in the frame. Will come back into the near corner. Deer Lakes will just clear it out temporarily. Shannock needs to get onside. He'll dump it back in. Cerrone throws one through everybody. Picked up by the boys in green, and then the grayscale will come back, collect it. Again, cleared around. Johns throws one through for Gruber. Gruber into the zone. Shot, save, goes up in the air. It'll be glove down, thrown on rebound, and hand pass. Call hand on net. Face-off going out of the zone. 5:29 remaining. Call hand on net. 7-1. Face-off coming up outside the zone. Gruber steps in with Cerrone. It'll be one back into the near corner, the far corner. Misegna around for Johns. Back around Burgess. Gruber goes on, and it's going to fall under Minnick. The officials lost track of it. Of another face-off coming up. 5:18 remaining. Back around. Deer Lakes to dump this one up along O'Donovan. Up in the zone. McWilliams will dump this one back out for O'Donovan. O'Donovan's shot will be blocked. 5:03 remaining here in the second frame. Segna throws one through for Eisenman. For Bieneman. One of 6 freshmen in a lineup. Very young squad. Back out. Sumner throws one through. The Deer Lakes playing 6 freshmen this game, for a rash of injuries. Around Sumner. Throws one through. It's going to be blocked by Bisegna. And that's Johns with the goal. That makes it 8-1. So I was saying I was talking with John Merlot before the game. And it comes down to, it's a learning experience. It's a lot of varsity learning experience here, especially in a game where you have a team that's as structured as Neshannock. It bodes well for the future. See how players adapt to situations, learning it on the fly. Back down, it'll be picked up by Cavelli. That'll be cleared back down the length, and icing is the call for 10 remaining on the running clock. If we get up by 7 is a running clock on varsity level. Servone and Hennon step in. They one back. Fury throws one through. Hennon watches it comes out and cleared up to Cavelli. Back for Johns to Cavelli. And they'll redrew it. Redinger gets hit in front, but Servone will carry it in. Servone shot save made. Redinger turning shot will be blocked. Out it comes Relic. 3-on-2 develops. 4 on if they hurry, but it's going to be Relic. Back for Hennon. Shot off the outside. Now comes out. Relic up to Cavelli. Cavelli waits, thinks about it, throws one back behind for Hennon. Relic skates with it. Throws one back to the point. John's shot's going to be blocked by McWilliams. He'll just tip it back to himself in the corner. Tries to buy himself a little bit of time there. Redinger's going to have to muscle off Relic. Fury comes in. McWilliams has to battle with Fury now. A little bit of help from Servone. Back to Relic in the corner. Fury will pick it up and pass it out to Cavelli. Looks for the tip in front for Relic, but nobody home. Johns regroups back down to Fury. It goes on Minnick. He'll hold on to it. 2:22 remaining in the second frame. Second period, of course, you're into the out-of-town scoreboard during the intermission. I'll be back on Monday at Frozen Pond for a doubleheader. Be Burl and Knock, and then I believe Butler hosts, I want to say Montour? Faceoff is outside the zone. It'll come back in and clear down. Icing is the call. 1:27 remaining. Sorry about the camera angles. I'm the only person working the game. I do that solo. Butler and North Hills, your back half of your doubleheader. Knock and Burl is your opener at Frozen Pond next Monday, 7:10. I'll be back for more PIHL hockey. Sirocco up for Lore. Hopefully I'll do a little bit better than I did this evening. Back around Fisher. Tries to get around the defenders. Nice play to try to stay on side there. A little bit of help coming on, but Eisenman will get to the puck, throw one on. It'll be saved by Wilson. 44 seconds remaining in the frame. This will be cleared up and carried out by Fisher. Fisher had Tatterson to his left, but he could not finish it. Goes back out for Lore. Lore gets around a defender. Lore gets muscled off behind. Throws one through, all alone. Hazy throws one wide of the cage. 21 seconds remaining in the frame. Tatterson is tied up. Hazy around, throws one through, so we blocked by McWilliams. Back out to the top of the circles. Tatterson across for Fisher. Fisher to Sirocco. Sirocco waits, throws one down. Lure all alone. Save Minnick, rebound. Minnick makes another save, coming back again. 2 seconds remaining. It's going to be a goal late, and that's the end. We'll have a face-off, and it'll be the end of the second. The score is going to be 9-1 Neshannock. They'll drop the puck, and a 16. They're going to call the period there. We're going to get the ice cut. We'll be back with your third frame after the out-of-town scoreboard. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night on 10-Band TV and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. We'll be back.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Alpha Ice Complex, Harmer Township, Pennsylvania, Neshannock, Deer Lakes. Neshannock leading Deer Lakes 9-1 in the Battle of the Lancers. We're going to head into the third on a running clock. From the out-of-town scoreboard at Brady's Run Ice Arena, it's 3-2, Blackhawk leading Indiana. They're at second intermission. Goals from Tyler Yount, two goals from Tyler Yount in the first period led Indiana to a 2-1 lead coming out of it, but two goals, one from Grant Schroeds and one from Daniel Ostrom, gives the Cougars a 3-2 lead heading into the break there. Belmont, Armstrong, and Greater Latrobe, no score recorded there. Connellsville leading Swickley Academy 7-0 at CFS Bank Arena. Let's look into that one real fast. Connellsville 2 goals from Connor Bassinger, a goal and 3 assists for Matty Smith, and Michael Bevan only has 2 shots on goal in the entire contest, and they are headed to the second intermission at CFS Bank Arena. Ice Castle Arena, TJ and Upper St. Clair, they're on Mon Valley Live if you want to jump over and check that one out. 3-1, Thomas Jefferson leading Upper St. Clair in a AAA matchup. Lucas Blows, Carter Artman, and Cam Lorenzi goals for Thomas Jefferson. Nevin Shigensagoski, a goal for Upper St. Clair. Ben Balducci, 15 saves for the Jaguars. Upper St. Clair, the Panthers, 29 saves for Owen Laurent. The Battle of the Jungle Cats. Elizabeth Forward and Burrell will follow up at 9 p.m. at CFS Bank. The scoreboard all over the place. Greensburg-Salem leading South Park 3-1 in the second frame. 2 goals from Luke Dieter, a goal from Cam Chirac, and Josh Jakovic, a goal for South Park. The difference there, Hayden Henry, 7 saves for Greensburg-Salem. On the opposite side, Drew Costello, 20 saves for the Eagles. They'll be followed up by Shaler and Hempfield. McDowell Morgantown at Milan Park faces off in about a half an hour. Same with Mount Lebanon and Peters Township. They will be coming to you on 10-band TV, not following this game, possibly timed out following this game, depending on how fast this one goes. Peters Township, Mount Lebanon, 8:30 start. Matt Popchuk's angelic voice will take you through that one. Then Plum and Mars at Pittsburgh Ice coming up. And, of course, you had your Wheeling Park, Bishop McCourt. Wheeling Park taking the forfeit victory over the Crushers. 1-0. So that one is completed. Westmont Hilltop will be at West Allegheny at 9 p.m. Shaler at Hempfield at 9:15. But here, it's 9-1 in favor of the Neshannock Lancers. I'm going to go quickly into this one. Hayden Tatterson with the opening goal at 6:28. Lincoln Sirocco with a power play goal at 8 minutes, 8:42. Jacob Kruger. And then Grant Hennon got a goal at 9:04, and closing out the first period was Reese Fury with his first at 13:29. Later scoring in the second frame as Grant Hennon got an even strength goal at 8:26. Then Max Redinger got Deer Lakes on the board at 9:57. Sam Hemming, Shane Johns, and Ryan Hazy closing out the scoring in the last 5 minutes of that contest to make it 9-1. But here, we'll be back with your third period from the Alpha Ice Complex. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night, presented on 10-band TV and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Back here for the third frame at Alpha Ice Complex in Harmer Township, Pennsylvania. Neshannock leading Deer Lakes 9-1. So just very young Deer Lakes Lancers team rostering 9 freshmen over their entire lineup. 1 senior, that's Mason Cervone. So a very, very, very young squad. 3 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 9 seniors. I'm sorry, 9 freshmen. And 1 senior for Deer Lakes. Back in, Henning gets separated by Stefanik. Throws one around. Up for Cervone. Cervone throws one down. Sirocco will take the puck and try to dump this one out. Finds Henning. Henning dumps it in. On the Minnick, and hold on. Oh, he decides to just whip it back into the corner. Threw me off even. And it'll be tied up along the wall there. Down McGraw on the backhand will be cleared out. That'll be dumped up past Cervone. So just talking with a parent, the senior night festivities for Deer Lakes are on the 19th of January. Real quick, only Cervone this year. Icing is the call. 16 minutes remaining in the frame on the running clock. Well, get ready because we're about 6-7 weeks away from the All-Star break. After we have our Christmas break, we'll hit the All-Stars. That'll be January 25th from the RMU Island Sports Center. Some fun stuff being planned for that event, as always. But that'll be live on 10band.tv. As will be the postseason for the Penguins Cup and Division II championships. I'll have the schedule for that coming up for you guys, but back out McWilliams, separated by Seifert. Back around McWilliams on the backhand for Johns. Johns into the zone. They'll regroup and throw this one back out. Gruber leaves it for Seifert. Seifert making her first varsity game of the season. Back down it goes. McWilliams gets separated by Seifert temporarily and back for Johns. Johns, Seifert throws one around for Gruber. Around, thrown into Relic. Relic throws one around, back to the point. Relic down into the corner. This gets thrown around Relic. Eisenman down for McWilliams. Up to Stefanik. He's back out to the point. Cavelli throws one down around for Seifert. Get it in the near corner. Around Relic. Relic in. Shot. Looked for the tip in front for Seifert. Could not finish it off. Goes back down. Beverly couldn't get to it. We do have an injured player. Oh, no. Yeah. That is Joey Bezenia down in the near corner. 14:04 will stop the clock for the injury. He'll get back to the bench. Skating off under his own power. He hits the bench, and they will reset. So the All-Star game on the 25th. Postseason will start on the 23rd of February with the Varsity A playing games the week of the 23rd. Then the quarterfinal week for all 4 divisions takes place on March 2nd and 3rd and 5th. And then the semifinals at the Island the week of the 9th. Division 2 will take place on the 12th of March. Then it all leads up to our Penguins Cup and Division II championships on the 16th and 17th of March. The D2 will be on the 17th. with the state championships on the 21st. The second Challenge Cup, more than likely to be awarded. Of course, Deer Lakes, would have had the opportunity had Burrell not wanted to play in the Challenge Cup last year at the Island. As they were the runner-up. They were the third best team in the league that year. Of course, Morgantown winning the Division II championship last year, but unable to play for the Pennsylvania Challenge Cup. Burrell, the runner-up, took the position. Back around Hazy into the zone. I was honored to be on the call for that game. And I played a little bit better then than I did now. But yeah, back up to the point, Hazy. It's back around and it's going to be picked up. Hazy throws one over for Fisher. Fisher gets around one defender, carries it in himself, throws one on. It's going to be blocked by Pefferly, and it comes back into the corner. Lohr throws one through for tip in front. Sirocco will take it back into the neutral zone around for Fisher. Fisher around for Lohr. Carrying it out is Tatterson. Tatterson into the zone. Comes in, waits, thinks about it, throws one on, save made, goes wide. Pass to Bieneman. That one does come out, and that's going to go the length of the ice. Wilson plays it back behind for Sirocco. Pressure there from Stefanik. Lays a little bit of a hit in the corner. Come back out, Sirocco. On the backhand for Tatterson, and goes past Pefferly. Pefferly will regroup behind, throws one out, past McWilliams. And this will be dumped back in for Minnick. 11-12 remaining in regulation. It'll be tipped up and a hit there along the boards. Servone will stump this one out off and back down. Stefanik. Burgess throws one through McWilliams, and that's going to be cleared to length. Icing is the call on Wilson. We'll pass it out to the referees, and we'll regroup down to our right. The goaltender's left. 10:37 remaining on the running clock. Face-off one across from McGraw, and it's going to be saved by Minnick and held on to. Simone will step in with Burgess. One back to the point. Cavelli will be blocked on the way out. Stefanik will get the puck. He's going to carry it in. One on, he gets a little bit of help. He's going to throw one on the net. It'll be save made. McGraw will have to collect it. Throws this one out for Burgess. Burgess gets through the defender temporarily, but they'll battle on. McWilliams watches this one go into the far corner. I apologize again about the camera. Redinger for Burgess. They'll battle along the blue line. It'll go back in behind the cage. McWilliams. It'll be shot on, save made by Minnick. Out comes Stefanik. That'll go wide and in. We'll have ourselves an icing call to come back down. Oh, I'm sorry, the puck went out of play. .8:51 remaining. Face-off one by Neshannock. Owen O'Donovan battles along the half wall. Come back out for Relic. Picked up by Deer Lakes back into the zone. And that's going to be Jacob Gruber bringing it across center. Gruber down, looking for Seifert. She's going to go for a penalty. Her stick caught up in the legs of a Deer Lakes defender, and she's going to head off. Tripping call. 8:05 remaining here in the third frame. Deer Lakes to the advantage. Relic. It's it back to the point. That's Sirocco behind the cage. Sirocco watches it come back out. McWilliams dumps it back in. Doesn't go off the Deer Lakes player, but coming the other way. Opportunity. Shot on, scores. That's Gruber. Shorthanded goal. Jacob Gruber with the goal. Cervone will step in, picked up by Sirocco, who'll dump this one back in. That goes in to the benches. 7:31 remaining. That'll be one forward. Relic. Relic across, looking for Gruber. Back to Relic. Shot goes off the side of the cage. Be picked up, and the net does come off. Minnick tried to fix it while he was going with it, but 7 minutes remaining here in regulation. 10-1, Neshannock leading. Cervone throws one back. John's shot will be blocked across. Up to the point. It's going to be Chris Johns having to chase it out of his own zone. Three groups behind Nolan Wilson. Wilson only facing 9 shots this evening. This one gets cleared up to the point, and carrying it in is Grant Hedden. Hedden will throw one that goes off of a stick and out of play. 6:13 remaining in the frame. Face off to the right of Minnick, who was shot on by Johns, blocked. Bieneman tries to get this one out of play, and that's going to be Chris Johns back in behind the cage. Carrying it out, Johns. Back in, shot on, blocked. Pefferly blocked it, went down temporarily. He's back up. Back up, Johns. Over for Shane Johns. And that'll be saved and held on to by Minnick. Penalty's going to expire. Player will come on at the drop of the puck. Face-off be won. Fisher wins the battle along the line, keeps it in. Sirocco with a nice keep up for Hazy. Hazy can't get around McWilliams, and that one comes out and picked up, and carrying the other way is Jaden Eisenman. Gets around one defender, can't finish at the second one, but he does get the puck back nicely. He throws it back to the point. Bizegna back in play, good to see. Up for Lore. Lower into the zone in front of the benches, goes into the near corner. Bisegna will give him a little bit of pressure. Puck goes back to the half wall. Hazy across for Fisher. Fisher shot tipped in front. Minnick with the save, throws it into the corner. Neshannock watches Bisegna take this one back. Fisher. Shot on. Heavy shot saved by Minnick. Rebound comes out to Deer Lakes, and they clear it up. Stefanik with an opportunity here. It's going to come back the other way. Hazy. Hazy into the zone. Back across. Shot on. Scores. Fury. 3:42 the time of the goal. 11-1 is your score. Servone watches it's cleared on by Redinger on net. Wilson around for Cavelli. Back out, picked up by Relic and dumped into the zone. Back out, picked up by the Deer Lakes Lancers. They'll carry it out of the zone. That was Bisegna. Up for Redinger. Out for Servone. Johns regroups in the corner. Was behind the cage. He'll carry it out. 2:41 remaining in regulation. Down Pfefferly. It's the puck to Seifert. They'll go back and forth. It'll be picked up, and the hot potato will go back to Neshannock. Grouper leaves it around for Relic. Relic into the zone. Throws the backhand across, looking for Seifert. Back for Gruber. Come back up to the point. Kept in by Neshannock. Deer Lakes will pick it up, and McWilliams will dump this one back in behind the cage. Gruber. So around for Cavelli. Back down. Rebound, scores! And that's going to be a goal for Max Redinger to make it 11-2 with 1:57 remaining in regulation. Face-off will be won by Neshannock back. Deer Lakes picks it up. Bisegna will dump this one across. Neshannock just dumps this one across for Burgess. Burgess throws one for McGraw. McGraw shot missed. Rebound comes on, and Henning couldn't finish it up. Comes back behind Bisegna with the steal. Bounces one off of the Lancers' crest, though. And it'll be saved, made, rebound. Ooh, Minnick putting on a pad clinic. Couple nice sprawling saves for Keaton Minnick with 1 minute remaining. They'll have another face-off. 11-2 is your score. It was quick. I want to say thank you for joining me here on this Thursday evening. I do want to apologize. Some of the work I've done with the camera was not up to par today, so I do apologize to everybody at home. I've been working on everything, but I do thank you for joining me this evening. I'll see you on Monday evening. 11-2 is your score. Icing is the call here. Coming back down. Face-off coming up to the left of Minnick. I'll be back on Monday at Frozen Pond. Right now, probably starting. If you want to switch over, 10-band TV, main channel, see Matt Popchalk call a game of hockey between Mount Lebanon and Peters Township as this one comes to a close. Your final score from Alpha Ice Complex. The Neshannock Lancers 11, the Deer Lakes Lancers 2. I'm Brian Mitchell. Thank you for joining me here. I'll see you guys in 4 days.